Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with.
I'm Jude. You know me.
Yes, we do. My name is Kevin Jameson Horton. I'm your humble host. This is the Last Yard Podcast, your podcast for all things NFL this season, and I will be your guy. Stay tuned.
Yeah, that's probably.
Alrighty, we're going to be doing the same exact thing that we've done in the past, 2 or 3 weeks now?
Yep.
The game recap, we're going to do our injury reports, fantasy updates, our opinions, and the flash predictions at the very end. Anything you want to say before we get started, dude?
There were some really good games this week, I thought.
I would say so. To jump in?
Yeah,
Thursday Night Football, man. We got Cowboys defeating the Giants 20-15. Micah Parsons high ankle sprain. How many weeks do you think will be out? I mean, that's a 4 to 6 weeks, right?
He's in the scooter and the boot, so I think I'll give him like 4 weeks.
Whenever I did my research on this, everything, like half of the stuff wasn't designated yet because I did it early. But I don't know how long he'll be out. There's no timetable yet.
Yeah, there's no timetable yet, but he is doubtful to play. I don't think he will.
DeMarcus Lawrence, he's doubtful to play. Safety Marquise Bell out. Kalen Carson out.
And Brandon Cooks is out.
Yeah. That's you guys. You play them next week.
Yeah.
Steelers. That's right. Sorry, I'm not hauling for this for the stats. I want to make sure everybody knows before we keep going. For Giants, we got quarterback Adoree Jackson. He's out. Drew Phillips out, man. A lot of injuries this game. You know what I mean? We had Dak Prescott, 221 yards, 2 touchdowns. CD, 7 receptions, 98 yards, 1 touchdown. After his breakdown he had last week, this was a good game.
Yeah. They really bounced back after that.
I would say so. It happens a lot, you know what I mean? They have their bad game. Malik Neighbors, of course, 12 receptions, 115 yards. Let's talk about that. You think he's overworked?
No.
Dude, 12 receptions? And he got hurt on the last play.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to play this week because he's still in concussion protocol, but I think he's definitely going to play.
My thing is, I feel like they're overworking him. I really do. I've got to say. And any receiver, and they're not just like, he's not getting these corner routes that he's just taking out of bounds or something like that. He's getting popped every play. He's getting his welcome to the league moment almost every play.
He is a very good wide receiver, and he's the number 1 wide receiver in fantasy right now.
If I could go back and draft him, I would have. I just did not think he'd be that good.
I didn't think Daniel Jones was going to do that.
That's my biggest issue with it. I don't know. But honestly, a pretty bad game. A lot of penalties.
Yeah, it was kind of a sloppy game. They got kind of interesting towards the end.
Let's move on to a better game. The Bengals and Panthers, man. Bengals defeat the Panthers 34-24. This happened before the game, but the tackle, Trent Brown, he moved to IR, knee injury.
He suffered that either last week. Yeah, he suffered that last game.
They got 2 defensive tackles out, Sheldon Rankins and BJ Hill. That line is going to be messed up for next week. And their punter, Brad Robbins, he suffered an upper leg injury, out, IR. I mean, ideally, you don't want to be punting a lot anyways. But
you need a punter.
You do need a punter. If the Panthers, linebacker Shaq Thompson.
Pours Achilles out for the season.
You hate to see it, man. But, Burrow and Andy Dalton, each 200-plus yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was Andy Dalton's reunion.
Yeah, dude.
Against the Bengals.
Yeah.
But
kind of crazy, man. We had Jamar Chase and Deontay Johnson, 80-plus yards, 1 touchdown. Chase Brown, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. Chuba Hubbard, 104 and 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
Talk about Chuba. You just picked him up, didn't you?
I just picked him up in fantasy. He had like 30 points last week.
Yeah, because he was
high 20s.
I didn't put all the scrimmage yards. I just put his rush yards. He had a lot of
receiving yards, yeah. With the defensive line, with the Bengals going out, that's why he ate up all his yards.
I would say so, because it was a hell of a game, I would say. Man.
Yeah.
It's still odd that the Bengals are not smacking the hell out of the Panthers, but Panthers look a little bit different.
Andy Dalton gave him that spark. Yeah. That really.
We'll see what happens. I mean, it won't be the worst, but they're still 1-3. I don't know. Next up, Falcons defeat Saints 26-24. Good game. Did you watch that?
Yeah, Younghoe.
I think I was listening to it on my way to the bar to watch the Niners game. Oh my God. It was a last second
58-yard Younghoe iced it.
Good game. Caleb McGarry out for this game, tackle for the Falcons. Linebacker Demario Davis out. Tyrann Matthews questionable. Other than that, nothing really too crazy with this game. I'm pretty sure Demario Davis' injury is nothing too serious, but he's out for this game. Kamara, 77 yards, 1 touchdown. Taysom Hill had 2 rushing touchdowns.
And he did get hurt.
Taysom Hill?
Yeah, he's questionable for next week, I'm pretty sure.
That's all right, man. Falcons, nothing for them. Pretty bad game. Fantasy-wise, you wanted to move on. Yeah. Texans defeat Jags. I don't think anybody saw that coming, but I didn't see it being so close, 24-20.
I didn't really care for that game.
No big injuries.
Travis Etienne got outworked by Tank Bigsby. Tank Bigsby was the leading rusher.
Bigsby, bro. Well, speaking of Tank, you're going to be out of a freaking job soon because Mixon is coming back. It's not going to be out of a job, but Mixon is set to return. His practice opened up, so
Yeah,
he's going to be back after what was a high ankle sprain.
I don't know if it was a high ankle sprain, but it was
a hip drop.
It was an ankle injury.
It was some sort of. It might have been a lower ankle sprain because he's back and it's been what 2 or 3 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. So probably not a high. You know what I mean? Jags linebacker Foyesade Luakon moved to IR, foot injury. Kind of rough to see. Fantasy-wise, great game for the Texans, man. C.J. Stroud, 345 yards, 2 touchdowns. Nico Collins, 12 receptions, 151 yards, and 1 touchdown. Let me see. How many fantasy points is that? Look it up. Can you look that up?
12
receptions, 151 yards. So 12 plus 15,
27,
and then plus another 6 for the touchdown, right?
32.
32 points, at least. While he's looking at that, I'll give you all the rest of it. T-Law, Trevor Lawrence, kind of bounced back. I don't know if I would say it's a bounce back, but 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. Brian Thomas Jr. and Christian Kirk each had a touchdown, the wide receivers for the Jags. Nothing else that's too big. They didn't have a lot of yards.
Yeah, 33 fantasy points. He's actually, I think he's leading the league in yards.
Is he now? I know it was Jawan Jennings for a second.
I think he's number 3, 4,
something like that. Yeah. Other than that, nothing too crazy. No big injuries. Texans looked good. Jags looked good. Divisional game, so I think you can expect a closer one. You know what I mean? Next up, Broncos defeats Jets.
Very bad game.
I don't even want to talk about it. I do want to talk about Tyler Day. Did you see he went down on the field and had to get
oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like stretchered off.
Yeah.
Everything is fine. It was a back injury, I believe, and he could feel everything while he was leaving all of his
extremities.
That was crazy. And Broncos
see it.
Linebacker Alex Singleton on IR.
Yeah.
And immediately, so that's a rough game. I was worried about Bidet because I saw him, like, it wasn't passed out, but I saw him just laying on the ground, just like that, not moving.
Yeah, it's real scary, but
scary to see.
Glad he's doing good.
Yeah. He got stretchered off.
Yeah.
Wow. A-Rod, he has a swollen knee, but he's going to be fine.
I think he's going to be okay.
He's going to be all right. But nothing else too crazy from that game.
That game was not that good.
Really bad, actually. I wouldn't say it's not good. I would say it's a bad game. There's a clip at the end where Aaron Rodgers like,
they missed the game-winning field goal.
There's a towel over his face. He's pissed. Maybe he'll have Devontae Adams pretty soon, man.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
We'll get there. We'll get to the Raiders. Now, next up, we got Vikings defeat the Packers 31-29. Man, the Packers came back.
They came back.
The Vikings almost sold. What do you think about that one?
I thought Sam Darnold played very well.
Yeah. And Jordan Love kind of looked like Brett Favre out there. Hella touchdowns, hella picks.
Hella picks, yeah. He had 3 touchdowns, 3 picks, right?
Speaking of that, 4 touchdowns, 3 picks. Speaking of Brett Favre, he's got, what was it, Parkinson's?
Parkinson's, yeah.
Prayers up. That sucks. He's 54. 56.
He's very young.
Yeah, I mean, he's like our parents' age and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Horrifying. Man, we got T.J. Hawkinson with a knee injury. Christian Watson, high ankle sprain. Did you see that clip when Christian Watson went down?
I thought he broke his ankle.
I thought he messed something up. He's lucky to have gotten out with a high ankle.
Yeah.
Look that up if you didn't, boy. His leg was just underneath the defender. He went down like that. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it was not a good sight to see.
Yeah. No other injuries. We had Sam Darnold, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Justin Jefferson, 85 yards, 1 touchdown. Jordan Addison, 72 yards, 1 touchdown. Good game for the Vikings.
MVP?
Looking like it right now. Looking like it. Jordan Love, 389 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Jaden Reed, 139 yards, 1 touchdown. Ontavion Wicks, I don't know who that is. Must be wide receiver 3.
Yeah.
78 yards, 2 touchdowns. Good fantasy game, but it was also high scoring. You can expect that, right? You know what I mean? All right, moving on. Colts defeat the Steelers 27-24. Now, talk to them about that. What do you think?
Sad. The Steelers' offense is very slow to get going.
The lack of trust.
Yeah, the coaches are not trusting Justin Fields yet to make big plays, to throw the ball very far. So, I mean,
outside of checkdowns, the only time he gets his number called, he's not getting his number called. It's because he's rolling out and throwing it deep.
Yeah, and I mean,
on a designed run.
The Colts just came out. They looked like they wanted to win.
Anthony Richardson went down early in that game, though.
He got hit twice by Minkah Fitzpatrick and
rib and obliques.
Yeah,
injury.
Joe Flacco is a starter in this league. I think he is better than many starters.
40 years old, man. Jesus Christ. I don't know. We got James Daniels, IR with an Achilles tear.
Yeah.
Alex Highsmith,
Out for next
groin.
game.
Tyquan Lewis, IR. Yeah, a lot of injuries that game. Justin Fields, 312 yards, 3 touchdowns. 2 were rushing or 1 was rushing?
He had 2 rushing, 1 passing.
1 pass, yeah. Pickens, 113 yards. Fryermuth, 57 yards. Tight end Fryermuth. I don't know if everybody knows.
Yeah.
It was on up like that. Tight end Pat Fryermuth, 57 yards, 1 touchdown. Onto the Colts, Joe Flacco, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor, 88 yards, 1 touchdown. Pittman, 113 yards. Man, it was a good.
Jonathan Taylor did suffer a high ankle sprain.
When did this come out?
He suffered it in the 4th quarter.
And what's with the high ankle sprain and triceps?
Yeah, and I think he's trying to rehab it, but he's real slow right now.
I didn't see anything about that on the injury report for them.
Yeah.
It wasn't just not been out yet, or they haven't published it. Josh Downs, wide receiver for the Colts, 82 yards, 1 touchdown. Other than that, nothing too crazy. I don't think we can read too much into this yet.
No.
3-1, Colts are 2-2, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Next up, Bears defeat Rams 24-18. I was correct about that one. I knew it. No injuries in that one, or at least no new injuries. You know, we still got Puka and Cooper Kupp out.
Cup out. Yeah.
They've got a lot of like O linemen that are out. The Rams. Kyron Williams, 94 yards, 1 touchdown. DeAndre Swift, 93 yards, 1 touchdown. Nothing too crazy. I think we can move on, right? Buccaneers defeat the Eagles 33-16.
This was a spanking, and it's a playoff rematch. And it looked like the playoff rematch. It looked
last year and 3 years ago.
No, it was last year.
3 years ago, Tom Brady whooped their ass.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? Tom Brady sent them home. That was Jalen Hurts' first year starting.
Well, Baker Mayfield
Also whooped their
dropped
ass.
them off last
Yeah.
year.
That was kind of wild.
And it was a repeat of that.
Yeah, man, we got Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Lane Johnson. They're all out.
Yeah, Eagles are suffering with some major injuries at wide receiver.
What else do we have here? No injuries for the Buccaneers. We do have Baker Mayfield, 347 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had 250 yards at half. Am I
Yeah,
right?
he had a very
Am I
good
right?
game.
Mike Evans, 94 yards, 1 touchdown. Bucky Irving, 1 rushing touchdown. Man, he shared the well.
Yeah.
Baker did, I got to say. Nothing good from the Eagles. It was just the only touchdown they scored was a touch push, I believe. Yeah. Is it panic mode for the Eagles? What do you think? Should we be panicking? Very injured?
I don't know when A.J. Brown will come back.
Hamstring injuries.
Linger. Might be out another 2-3 weeks, maybe.
But he might not be the same this year until he can like properly rehab it. Like, you never know. You really never know. I mean,
That's what Julio Jones started to have towards his end of his prime.
just these like hamstring strains. They linger and they linger. I mean, I have a wrist strain,
Yeah.
and it's been lingering for I think I got like September 2nd or something like that. And it's still like it hurts when I do certain things. I can't even do a push up.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a wrist strain. I don't even know. Now imagine a proper football hamstring,
Hamstring.
like strain, anything. Panic at the disco.
I would wait on it. I would
Okay.
wait to hit the panic button because
No, I wouldn't wait because
Jalen Hurts.
what's the name? Jalen Hurts looks bad.
I mean, he does not look like he did last season.
No, not last season. The season before, or at least the first half of last season. And
Yeah.
the season before. I mean, after they got spanked by the Niners, they were terrible. last
Yeah.
season,
I
you know what I
meant
mean?
when they made the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
when they made the Super Bowl. Yeah, I might be in panic mode if I'm an Eagles fan or if I'm the Eagles because they're also done with Nick Sirianni. Like a lot of people are
Yeah.
just done with Nick Sirianni.
I would wait about a week, maybe like 2 weeks to hit the panic button
Yeah.
because if they drop one more game, because who do they play this week?
I believe they have a bye. Yep, bye week.
That's a very early bye week,
Yeah, so that means they're going to be pedal to the metal until the playoffs.
which gives A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith some time to come back, and maybe Lane Johnson. I don't know the severity on his
Neither
injury.
do I.
But they have to go the whole season without a break.
Talking to our uncle, he's an Eagles fan, and he was telling us that they're I forget his name, the linebacker that they picked up from the Jets in that trade for Hassan Reddick.
Mhm.
Supposed to be a good linebacker. Apparently, he's like conditioning is so bad that a snap happens and he rushes and he falls. And
Really?
he slips. And he's getting paid $15 million over 3 years. So he's not getting paid a lot, but I mean that's their starting linebacker
$15 million is a lot, though, for an edge.
for 3 years. So he's not making $15 million a year. It's over 3 years.
No, he's making $15 million a year.
I would have to look at that contract. Yeah, I don't know. We just checked. I was wrong. I thought it was $15 million over 3 years. That's what my
No.
uncle told me. Tell him what it is.
$17 million annually, so it's a 3-year, $51
$51
million
million
contract.
$17 million to be a mediocre linebacker. I mean, we're in the same boat. We're paying a guy $30 million a year.
His regular season stats: 1 solo tackle. That's it.
It's panic mode for the Eagles. Moving on. That's panic mode. That's enough for me to say that's panic mode. 49ers defeat Patriots 30-13. No major injuries except for Fred Warner, but they think he's gonna be back.
He'll be
It's a
okay.
day-to-day injury. He did go out at half after one of the dopest pick sixes I've seen in my life.
Yeah, that
Went
was
down
acrobatic.
on his back. I mean, he jumped like a Madden player, dude. Did you see it? Jumped like a Madden player, like up in the air, lands on his back, gets up, takes off. I mean, defensive player of the year, if he keeps healthy.
Maybe.
If he keeps healthy, that's going to be the first linebacker in how many years?
A long
A
time.
long time, because it's been D ends and D tackles.
Edge rusher.
Yeah, edge rushers. But nothing but that. You can yawn, bro, if you need to.
Oh, sorry.
I pray that man stays healthy. I love him with that. Christian McCaffrey, he's in Germany, or he's back from Germany, and he started rehab, but he went to a German doctor to figure out his Achilles tendonitis. It's bilateral Achilles tendonitis, so he's got it in both Achilles.
But one's more severe than the
right.
other.
His right Achilles, it's worse. But he wants to start rehabbing. He's on grass already.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, and he's been adamant about, like, is there a doctor I can go to that can make me play football? That's all he is caring about.
That's the type of mentality you want in a
That was
player.
a workhorse. I mean, but the thing is, when you work someone the way they did for a year and a half,
It's a short span. It's a short lifespan.
I wouldn't even mind putting him in a more like a Devo Samuel role where he takes some rushes, but he's also a slot receiver.
But you also have Jordan Mason,
That's what I'm saying. So
and he's filling in that role
that
pretty
boy Jordan
good.
Mason takes over as the north and south running back. He reminds me of Frank Gore, Marshawn Lynch.
They split the carries.
I wouldn't even split the carries. I would keep McCaffrey as a Swiss Army knife, keep him in the slot, maybe take some snaps, keep him in the screen game and stuff like that, and make Jordan Mason your north and south Frank Gore, your Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And 49ers defense had a lot of fantasy points.
One forced fumble, one pick six. It was a good game.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
good game.
Yeah, no injuries. Jordan Mason, 123 yards, 1 touchdown. Kittle, 1 touchdown. You see that Kittle?
That was a
touchdown?
very good touchdown.
Bad throw. I will tell you, bad throw. Great pass.
Very good catch.
Very great pass. Very good catch. And now I say great pass because it was a great, like, placed ball. Bad throw. Like,
It was in triple coverage.
yeah, triple coverage throw. He just said, "Hey man, Kittle's down there somewhere."
Bleep it.
Yeah, bleep it. Kittle's down there somewhere, man. I was like, shoot, that's a great ball, a great catch. Man, Kittle went up there. I pointed out how he took it down, got a knee and a forearm down. I haven't seen anything like that in a while.
Yeah.
And at least this season, I don't know if I've seen cats that good. I mean, but Debo had a pretty all right game. He was just coming back from injury and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's had a terrible game. Ramondre Stevenson, 4th game, 4th fumble.
Yeah, he's not looking like the good fantasy pickup. And they just paid him the bag, too.
You're a Ramondre Stevenson fantasy owner, panic. Button.
Bench or trade?
Try to get value out of him while you can. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's going to be good. Not much to say about that game. It was just a slaughter. Another slaughter right here. Commanders defeat the Cardinals 42-14. You know, no new injuries. Brian Robinson Jr., he had 101 yards, 1 touchdown. Jeremy McNichols, 200. I don't even know who that is.
Backup.
Backup.
It's actually the 3rd string running back because Eckler's out with a
Concussion, yeah.
He stepped up.
Yeah, 2 rushing touchdowns. Scary Terry had a touchdown. James Conner for the Cardinals, 104 yards and 1 touchdown. And Marvin Harrison Jr., obviously, again, another touchdown. No injuries, though. What do you think?
That was just a slaughter.
Slaughter.
I mean,
the Commanders look good.
Commanders are first in their division, 3-1, and I think they're going to be a playoff team. I don't
know if they're going to keep the division. I think they're going to be second. I think the Eagles will probably be third. I think the Eagles may miss the playoffs.
I think they have a strong chance to be the division leader.
Yeah.
And if they aren't, I think they're going to be the 6th, maybe 5th seed.
Eagles might miss the playoffs. Saints and Falcons and Vikings and Packers, because they're not going to win that division. It's going to be Cowboys.
Vikings.
Yeah.
Lions.
Oh my God, Lions. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a stacked wild card.
Yeah, so if the 49ers don't take the division, it'll be scary.
Yeah, because there's going to be about 4 to 5 wild card teams, possible wild card teams that are going to be
for the 7th
10+ win teams.
Oh yeah,
I think
we're going to see a high win season. But you know, not much to say about Commanders and Cardinals. It was a slaughter. Chiefs defeat Chargers 17-10. Rashee Rice tore his ACL out for the season. It hasn't come out yet, actually, that he's torn his ACL.
It's feared to be a torn
Yeah,
ACL,
they're
but
hiding
they're
it.
trying to get more medical
And
insight on it to
to
see.
know when you tear an ACL, that thing is not hyperextended. It is. If
It's
I'm
torn.
wrong, again, I'll do a little Irish jig here next week. That thing is torn. That might be the worst play I have ever seen in my life. Mahomes
Your own quarterback.
throws a pick. As it's coming back, he goes and he tears his wide receiver 1 ACL. That's a terrible play. Like, I hate the guy, but I feel bad for him. Like, imagine knowing
That you took
Damn.
out your best
I
wide
just
receiver.
tore my ACL or my receiver's ACL after throwing a pick.
I've also heard that, I don't know, it's just rumors, but they're trying to get Tyreek Hill back.
Yeah, it's rumors. All rumors.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen anything that's legit about it. But yeah, there's a lot of people that are saying Tyreek Hill needs a quarterback.
One's missing a quarterback,
Mahomes
one's
is
missing a receiver. Yeah.
The SpongeBob meme where it's like a groove.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pretty bad game. DJ Chark, IR, Joe Alt, Joey Bosa, Junior Colson, Deion Leonard,
A lot of
and Sean
injuries.
Slater. They're all out next week. All of them. That's everybody on the damn defense and offense.
Herbert's just going to have to,
Herbert's gonna be
Sean-
shaking out there.
he's going to be throwing it to himself.
Yeah. That looks pretty bad, but terrible fantasy game in general. You know, when it's a 17-10 type of game, you're not going to have a good fantasy game anywhere.
No.
You know what I mean? So, damn. Big yawn.
Yeah.
I could cut that, but I might not. Next up, Raiders defeat Browns 2016. I was a big Raiders hater. I thought they were going to be second worst team in the league, but they've won 2 games.
Yeah, they beat the Browns. They dropped the Browns to 1-3. I mean,
2016. Browns guard Michael Dunn and running back Nyheim Hines are both out. Nick Chubb's practice week is opened up. He's practicing.
yeah.
Very good to see. Love that guy. Even though he's a division rival, you like it.
Yeah, he's one of the most like respectable guys in the league. He is a hard worker. He is,
Of course.
doesn't talk nonsense. He is straight business.
He's not my division rival. He's his division
Yeah.
rival. But still, you like that guy. Yeah, bad fantasy game in general. Talk about Devontae Adams a little bit, huh? Trade request has been requested.
The head coach, Antonio Pierce for the Raiders,
Like that post.
he liked the Instagram post that Devontae
said
Adams
his
might have
last
played his
lap.
last snap
Yeah.
in Las Vegas. Bad sign. And then he called him out during the press conference.
Who called him out?
The head coach,
Antonio Pierce called out.
Devontae Adams, but he didn't say his name or anything. He said when individuals like have like business decisions or make business decisions, we're gonna make business decisions as well.
That's fair. And he's designated as a hamstring injury.
Yeah,
And he's just sitting. He's just sitting. And I mean, I get it, but like, man, you forced your way out of Green Bay and now you're here.
yeah. He wanted to get the bag somewhere else.
Gotta face it, dude. You got your bag, but now that's what I hate about these receivers. They want to get their bag, and now you got a Devontae Adams and a Tyreek Hill who are unhappy. But you went to a mediocre team. And you went to
And a team that won't win a championship.
You went to not just a mediocre team, but a mediocre franchise. The Raiders and the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And what do they have to show for it?
And they shipped Derek Carr right as
And it's those fans that drove him out.
yeah.
The fans drove Derek Carr out of there. It's not. I mean, Derek Carr played poorly, but when you're in a bad franchise and a bad situation, that's going to happen. I don't like the Raiders. I'm a 49ers fan. I'm going to say it. I don't like the Raiders. They're a bad franchise. You know what I mean? So it's like they force their way out of these places, or they make so much money that you can't pay anybody else. And then they get upset when the team doesn't do well because they don't have the money to do anything else.
Yeah, and the top destinations, his top teams are the Jets and the Saints.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's just Aaron Rodgers and Derek Carr.
He wants to play with the quarterback he's played with.
Yeah, I mean, and I think he's going to go to – I honestly think he's going to go to the Jets because they're more – I guess they're more in line
More of a
to win.
contender,
More of a contender.
let's say. But the thing is, so are the Saints. They look good. I don't think they're going to win this year, but they look good.
They look good.
Enough about Devontae Adams. We'll see it as it rolls out. You know what I mean? We got Ravens defeat the Bills 35-10. No major injuries. Honestly, I'm just going to say the stats, and then we can just move on because it was slaughter.
I was very shocked about this game.
I mean, I called the Ravens winning, but I was shocked that the Bills lost that bad. Lamar Jackson, 156 yards, 3 touchdowns. 2 of them were rushing. He had a lot of rushing yards. I didn't write that down. Derrick Henry, 199 yards rushing. 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving. Like, whoa. Justice Hill, 78 yards, 1 touchdown off of 6 receptions. Great fantasy game. Bad for the Bills.
Very bad.
I mean, that boy, Josh Allen, had under 200 yards.
And that's very uncommon for him.
Yeah. We got Titans defeat the Dolphins 31-12.
Not a very good game.
No. Titans D-tackle Jeffrey Simmons tore a ligament in his left elbow. He's going to be moved to IR. If he gets surgery, he's out for the year, most likely.
Yeah, very big blow to their defense because he is the staple of that defense.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to hope it's not a Tommy John surgery if it's a ligament injury.
No, it is Tommy John.
Oh, is it? Yeah, then he's going to be out for the season.
Yeah, he's going to be out for the season.
Yeah. Will Levis, he's going to be all right. I know he went out with a shoulder injury. Took him out for the game, and it put in that boy.
Mason Rudolph, and he led him to win.
Yeah, but he had a terrible game. He had 86 yards on it. I know, 0-0.
Yeah.
Bad game. But, yeah, there's a couple injuries on here. Most notable, Jalen Phillips suffered a knee injury. Came out as a torn ACL.
Back-to-back season-ending injuries for him.
Yeah, the only thing that was maybe salvageable was that Nick Folk, 17 points. Tony Pollard, 88 yards, 1 touchdown. Tyjae Spears had a touchdown as well. Tyler Huntley, rushing touchdown, but that's about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Avoid anybody on those teams for fantasy purposes except Tony Pollard. Because Tyreek Hill, what can you do?
It's time to hit the panic button.
Tyreek Hill, others panic, yeah.
For Tyreek Hill and the Dolphins. I think it's panic time. I think they might end the season 6 wins.
You lose your linebacker, you lose your quarterback. I mean, now you're losing the faith that your wide receiver has in the organization.
Yeah.
Next up, Lions defeat the Seahawks 42-29. I called it.
This was a very good game. It was very energetic.
No big injuries except for Lions center Frank Ragnow. He's out, but it's not a big deal. Big game fantasy-wise.
Yeah.
Jared Goff, 292 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 receiving.
And he went perfect. He was 18 for 18.
Yeah, I thought it was 15. But yeah, you're probably right. 18 for 18. Jameer Gibbs, 78 yards, 2 touchdowns. Monty had a touchdown. David Montgomery had a touchdown. Yeah. Jameson Williams, 80 yards, 1 touchdown off 2 receptions.
He had a 70-yard touchdown.
Jesus, man. Amonra, 45 yards, 1 touchdown, which was a passing touchdown.
And he had a receiving touchdown, too.
Oh, my God, man. Geno Smith, 395 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Kenneth Walker, 80 yards, 3 touchdowns. DK Metcalf, 7 receptions, 104 yards. Like, what? Big game.
Very good fantasy game for both teams.
All right. Time. And it has 5 predictions. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Go through it quick. Lena, boy, come on. Bucks at Falcons. Bucks. I'm gonna take the Bucks. Oh, what did we bet on last week? What game? We bet $5 per game. Oh, like the thing. We'll see. Jets at Vikings.
I'm gonna take the Jets. I think the Vikings are 4-0, but it's gotta run out soon.
Think they're pretenders.
No, I don't think they're pretenders. I just think someone's gonna lose.
And there's the Bears. I think the Bears are all right.
I'm gonna take the Panthers on that one.
I can respect that. Browns at Commanders.
I'm gonna take the Commanders.
Commanders all the way. Dolphins at Patriots.
I'm gonna take the Patriots. I think they're a better team without 2 of there.
Hi. Colts at Jags.
I'm gonna take the Colts. Jaguars are not looking that good.
Bills at Texans.
This is gonna be a very good team. I'm gonna take the Texans.
You need the Texans.
Yeah.
You need the Texans.
Sure.
Bills go to Houston.
I think Nico Collins is gonna go for 150 again.
I think he's going to go for 7,000 yards. Ravens at Bengals. Ravens.
Ooh.
I had to take the Ravens.
I'm gonna take the
I'm
Bengals.
going to take the Bengals because they're in Cincinnati, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bengals this game.
Raiders at Broncos.
Ooh. Raiders at Broncos. Devontae Adams will be out this game with the hamstring injury.
Hi. Cardinals at 49ers.
I'm gonna take the 49ers.
I got it. I mean, I don't. Unless they play how they played against Rams.
Vikings.
That's Rams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then 49ers. Giants at Seahawks. Probably Seahawks.
I'm gonna take the Giants. I think Malik Neighbors is gonna go crazy.
I respect that, but concussion, you never know if you live and play.
That's true.
Yeah, so Seahawks. Packers at Rams. Packers.
I'm gonna take the Packers. I think that's safe.
Cowboys at Steelers. Sorry, dude, you guys have a lot of injuries right now.
I'm gonna take the Steelers.
Cowboys.
That defense is hurting.
If Micah doesn't play Steelers, which he won't, so I guess that's up in the air for me.
And Brandon Cooks out.
Yeah, they looked slow last
Come on,
week. How about Steelers? They looked slow. Saints and Chiefs. It's gonna be Chiefs.
I'm gonna pick the Saints.
Saints, actually.
I'm gonna pick the Saints.
What's his name? Out. She Rice. The Saints. All right, we did it. That's all.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all, man. What do you
And we will run back that tape of the $5 bet.
Yeah, we're gonna see who gets that $5. I'll let y'all know next week who gets the $5. Should we bet on the game this time around?
What game you want?
Let me see. I'm taking the Cowboys.
I'll take the Steelers right here.
$5 right there. All right.
You heard it here. That's another $5 bet.
Thank you guys for joining in.
Thank
the
you.
Last Yard Podcast. I'm Kevin.
I'm Jude.
We'll be back next week to do the same exact thing. All right.